Look, timing is everything. The Samsung Galaxy S25 Ultra dropped a few weeks ago, and yes, it's an absolute beast of a phone. But here's the thing, not everyone needs to drop their savings on the latest and greatest. The S23 Ultra, which is sitting in a sweet spot right now. It's been around for 2 years, meaning two things. The price has come way down, and it's incredibly capable. We're talking about a device that was Samsung's flagship just 24 months ago, packing most of the features you'd actually use day to day in the S25 Ultra at around half the price. This is classic depreciation working in your favor. Instead of paying premium 2025 prices, you're getting a premium 2023 features at mid-range 2025 prices. That's just smart shopping. So if you've been eyeing a high-end Samsung phone but don't want your wallet to hate you, now's your moment. Let me break down exactly why the S23 Ultra might be your best bet right now. Like I mentioned earlier, the lower price is a huge factor here. When the Samsung Galaxy S23 Ultra launched, it came at a hefty 1200 USD, a price that put it out of reach for many people. But now, just 2 years later, you can now find it for nearly half the price, around 550 USD. And what's crazy is that you're not compromising on premium features. You're still getting a flagship phone with top tier performance, incredible cameras, and features like S Pen support, all for less than what most mid-range phones offer today. When you look at the display, it's still one of the best ever put on a smartphone, even by today's standards. It's a 6.8-inch Quad HD Plus panel rocking a resolution of 1440p, but numbers don't tell the whole story. This is Samsung's AMOLED technology, the same stuff they sell to other manufacturers for their premium phones, and it shows. The 120Hz refresh rate is powered by LTPO technology, meaning it dynamically adjusts the refresh rate based on what you're doing. For example, if you're reading an article, it will drop the refresh rate to save battery, but put on a game like Call of Duty and it goes back up to 120Hz. Now if you put this side by side with the new S25 Ultra, you'll notice that the difference are minimal. The S25 Ultra has higher brightness and resolution numbers, but the average person can't tell the difference. The only noticeable difference is the anti-reflective coating on the S25 Ultra, which helps with glare in certain lighting conditions. But does that minor tweak justify paying double? I don't think so. This was Samsung's best phone in 2023 and they didn't hold back when it came to materials and craftsmanship. Fast forward to today and that same premium build quality still holds up like a champ. The Gorilla Glass Victus 2 on both sides isn't going to magically get weaker, and that aluminium frame is still, well, it's aluminium. Pretty straightforward. The IP68 means you can dunk this thing in 1.5 meters of water for 30 minutes. Should you take underwater selfies? Probably not. Can you? Absolutely. But more importantly, it means you don't need to panic when you accidentally drop it in a bucket of water. Design-wise, Samsung wasn't trying to reinvent the wheel here. It was the classic Ultra look, sharp corners, minimal bezels, and that matte glass back that doesn't turn into a fingerprint museum the moment you touch it. It's aged well, mainly because it wasn't trying too hard to begin with. That 200 megapixel main sensor was a big deal in 2023, and megapixels don't expire. You're still getting all that resolution, paired with some seriously capable telephoto lenses and an ultra-wide lens. The selfie camera also does the job, and it does it extremely well. You won't be able to find another 550 USD phone that matches this camera system. The detail retention is impressive, colors are accurate without looking dull, and the dynamic range holds up even in tricky lighting. Yes, you get that 100 times zoom. Is it practical? Not really. Is it fun to play with? Absolutely. And it's not really a gimmick, you can actually capture surprisingly clear shots from far away. Video performance is equally impressive. Rock solid. 8K if you really need it, although you probably don't. But more importantly, stable, clean 4K footage that actually looks good. Whether you're filming small family moments or you're a videographer, the camera system delivers. You will have no reason to complain about it. Now the Snapdragon 8 Gen 2 might not be the newest chip anymore, but it's still a beast. Despite being 2 years old, it is still one of the most capable chips out there. We're at this interesting point where phone processors are actually too powerful for most things you throw at them. Genshin Impact at max settings, done. If you want to open multiple Chrome tabs while you're copying files and editing photos and videos, it will still run perfect. And when you combine that with 8 or 12 GB of RAM, you're basically unstoppable. You can have multiple apps running in the background, switching between them instantly, and the phone won't even flinch. It's almost boring how capable it is. And speaking of smooth operation, let's not forget the software experience. The Galaxy S23 Ultra shipped with Android 13, but Samsung has guaranteed it will receive software updates up to Android 17. And on top of that, it will continue to get security patches even beyond that. So in terms of software longevity, you're covered for years to come. And because it was Samsung's top of the line phone in 2023, it came packed with every premium feature they had to offer. You still get Samsung Decks, advanced customization options with your UI, and a bunch of productivity tools thanks to the built-in S Pen. And of course, you can't forget about Samsung's new AI features. You're basically not missing out on anything crucial here. The performance headroom is massive, the software is current, and it's going to stay that way for years. Newer phones exist, but they're solving problems we probably don't have. One of the defining features of Samsung's Ultra phones is the S Pen, and this is actually funny because the S23 Ultra stylus is technically more capable than the one in the $1,300 S25 Ultra. No, really. The newer phone dropped Bluetooth functionality, which means you can't use it as a camera shutter or remote button anymore. Sometimes newer isn't better. You're getting a pressure-sensitive stylus that turns your phone into a legitimate note-taking device. Right on the screen while it's off, convert handwriting to text, mark up screenshots, edit photos with precision, it's all here. And at $550, you're not finding another phone with this kind of functionality. At the end of the day, I genuinely feel like the S23 Ultra in 2025 is sitting in the perfect sweet spot. The price has dropped like a rock, but the experience has barely changed. You're getting 95% of what the S25 Ultra offers at less than half the price. If you're someone who wants flagship features, premium build quality, a versatile camera system, and yes, a more functional S Pen, all while keeping enough money in your account for, I don't know, food maybe, then the S23 Ultra is kind of a no-brainer right now. So unless you're swimming in cash like Scrooge McDuck, there is no rational reason to pay the early adopter tax on the S25 Ultra while this exists. Sometimes the smart choice isn't the newest choice. This is one of those times. Thanks for watching. I'm Milan and this is Fuzitech. Subscribe.